So today I want to inform my audience of the general history of money laundering, as well as how it is done and detected. The cousin of the Prince of Nigeria has just called to inform you that he's been sent to jail, and using his last $4 has been able to call you and ask for his $400 bail. In return, he promises to gift you $20,000 from the treasures of the prince himself. What should you do? To begin with, if you even have to consider this, you should probably check the ceiling for the word gullible written on it. This is just one of the many schemes money launderers use to trick unsuspecting people out of money. My goal is to inform you about the history of money laundering, how money laundering works, and some infamous money launderers. Money laundering is a relatively new crime, having only been around since the early 1900s. The history of money laundering in the U.S. has greatly shaped how we conduct business nowadays. It first came about when the IRS was created in 1919 to combat the drug smugglers. There's a ton of untaxed money being laundered through banks. With no paper trail from the banks, there was only one charge the IRS could enforce at the time, which was tax evasion. Then, in 1970, the Bank Secrecy Act created a paper trail the IRS needed to follow the untaxed dollars being laundered. Since then, the IRS has been able to disrupt many drugs and money laundering organizations. While the Banking Secrecy Act in 1919 was a stepping stone for the fight against money laundering, it wasn't until 1986 with the Money Laundering Control Act, MLCA, that money laundering was actually criminalized. Matthew Oughton of the Pace University School of Law wrote a law review and in essence concluded the new legislation was Congress's way of wanting to punish individuals who had disguised the amount and existence of the money flowing to drug and crime organizations. The catch to the MLCA was that there was no limits to the amount of money being laundered, meaning Congress criminalized a broad range of anyone who, quote, knowingly participated in an illicit transaction regardless of its dollar value. Now, what exactly is money laundering? Money laundering is, in short, disguising the source or true nature of money obtained through illegal means. Let me set up a hypothetical situation. Say you have drug lord Jim, who is knee-high in cash selling his product in Arkansas. In order for him to use that money without raising suspicion, he must first launder that money through several legitimate businesses, like a dentist office, then a bakery, and then a tire shop, before he can deposit the money into a bank. This will make sure that there is no connection to drug lord Jim when the tire shop deposits the money for buying tires. In an article published by Yang and Wei, they said the three most important ways to catch a money laundering scheme were these. First, to look for an unusual deviation in the trading volume and frequency. Second, to look for unusual payments to or receipts from an atypical trading partner. Finally, using Benford's law to look for a pattern of a certain digit in a particular position. In the recent Ben Affleck movie, The Accountant, Affleck's character uses this tactic to find financial fraud in one of his clients. In addition to fictional characters, some infamous money launderers to date are as follows. Many of us know Pablo Escobar, the infamous drug lord that has escaped from prison multiple times. His empire once reached $9 billion, all of illegally obtained money. He was once quoted in saying, "You bribe someone here, you bribe someone there, and you pay a friendly banker to help you bring the money back." Additionally, Al Capone, the original American gangster who garnered the phrase laundering through his initial business of a laundromat. It is estimated that he had up to $1 billion laundered through various trade businesses. He was eventually convicted of tax evasion in 1931. It is important to know that this type of crime does exist. The short history of this crime has made lawmakers act radically on what must be done. These laws will ultimately have loopholes that more laws will have to be made to fix. If you really want to launder money for your business, go ahead. But know the government has its eye on you and will find it before you can even begin. I hope you have learned a bit about money laundering so that the next time an investment banker on Wall Street makes the front page news, you'll have a general idea of what is going on. If you want to avoid anything like this, get a job and pay your taxes. I'm going to be mad if you didn't press record. Okay.